Okay, just quickly before we jump into the start of this video, unfortunately the very first half it decided to record my wrong microphone for some reason. I don't know why. That's why I probably don't sound as crisp in quality, but don't worry, later on in the video, halfway through the speed build actually, I realised, hold on, is it actually recording the correct microphone? And I realised that it wasn't. So I did change that up, and the last half of the video has my correct microphone, but I do apologise for the first few minutes, maybe about 10 minutes or so of my bad microphone. Hopefully it's still fine, but hopefully you can also forgive me and understand. Please enjoy the rest of the video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my Site B rebuild here on Jurassic World Evolution 3. We are coming up to the ultimate episode of Ultimate Episode 10. We are currently on episode 8, I believe that this episode is, or episode 7, I think it's episode 8. So we're 2 episodes away from episode 10 now. And yeah, this is getting a lot more exciting now that we actually have some dinosaurs living and breathing. We have pretty much the whole park available now. And it's just popping off, really. It's starting to look really, really good. And a lot of people are taking some appreciation to this. So in the last episode, we went ahead and released loads and loads of flying reptiles, which have now, unfortunately, started to become a plague. There's so many of them. I don't really know what to do. Some people had some ideas and suggestions of how to get rid of them. I've taken them into account. I don't think I'll do that for one episode because I think that would be quite boring. So I might do that off screen before we get to the final episode, which I have in mind for an idea. But yeah, we released a lot of them, and that's why you'll see a lot of flying reptiles, especially flying around the rocks in one vicinity. We also went ahead over here and built an arrival point, an abandoned arrival point, which is still my favourite one so far. It just looks amazing. I love what he's been able to do here. It's fantastic. So yeah, we built this. We got all of this together. Basically built another Site C area as well. And we've had this one lone Ankylosaurus just kind of chilling in this region. He doesn't seem to want to move, so he's kind of just enjoying it and taking it all in. And I just realized the water doesn't connect there, but I kind of like that it doesn't as well. So that's what we did in the last episode, and honestly it's probably one of my favourite areas as well. It just looks phenomenal again. I'm going to say that over and over again. And we got rid of the temporary area, but that also means we don't have any hatcheries to release dinosaurs anymore. So what's going on? Well, we at the end of last episode we went ahead and did ask you very politely to go ahead and make some hatcheries. Unfortunately, that video didn't do too well, so I don't know why. Maybe the algorithm just said no. So unfortunately we didn't get any new hatcheries, so we are going to have to use the ones that you guys provided with, because I like to get you guys involved, you know, with the community involved, because this is the best way now. So far we have this Site C hatchery, which I do like the idea of. It's not bad whatsoever. We do have this one as well, which I also like the idea. It's just not as overgrown as I would have liked to have been. And what else? Do we have another one? I think we have another one. I don't know. They're all very similar-ish. This one as well. I do like the idea of having this one. But one thing's for sure, we are going to have to try and build on them just a little bit more. So in this episode, what I do want to go ahead and do is basically do this mini swamp here, because I have been promising that for quite a while. Unfortunately, we haven't got around to it just yet, but we will do it in today's episode. And then we'll complete this area over here as well. And I did say I am going to build an aviary in this episode, but I've looked at some aviaries and they are rather challenging. Obviously, the aviary is not as large as I would like it to be, and there's no way to scale it up, including any other versions of the aviaries here. So if anybody else who is talented is watching this, please go ahead and make some aviary assets so that I can build one comfortably, please. So far I do have one thing here. Yeah, so I've downloaded a few. We do have this really large one, which is more of the size. Again, I need it to be a little bit larger. That's the issue. So the idea is to have the aviary here and then have it broken on that side. I don't know how that's going to go down though. I don't even know if they're going to like it or not. We also have this one over here as well. Then we have this, which wasn't too large. But can I scale it up actually? I wonder. Can I? Or is it going to come apart? No, that's not what I want to do. Okay, it's going to come apart. So there's no point scaling it up, unfortunately. Either way, yeah, the aviaries, they're okay. But again, I'm going to need modifications. The most likely one I'll use is this one. And when I place it down, I'll have to delete half of it, I guess, and and try to rebuild another half. So it's getting very complicated. I'm going to have to play around with my abilities before I handle that. But for now, I want to start doing this as we are towards the end of the series now. I want to start checking out the Site B and how dinosaurs are living. We've got one Dimorphodon, just enjoying their time here. Where's this one going to take us? Oh, we got one in the nest, just chilling as well. Let's start from the outside because we've got an Ornithomimus. Very lone Ornithomimus. Is it a dude? It's a dude. He's chilling. He's enjoying his time here. We've also got Dimorphodon as well, enjoying his time here, just walking around, not much doing. But then here we've got the Dimetrodons. Have the Dimetrodons gone back? No, they haven't gone back into the cave. So at the moment we've got nobody living in the cave, and why would they? So, but we do have the Dimetrodons going in and out of the cave. So, hold on, can I get to the further one? There we go. So they are enjoying it. They do recognise it as their territory, which is a good thing. And of course, they can swim in shallow water, of all things, by the way. So it's not the end of the world that we didn't put down deep water, because they can swim in shallow water, which is fantastic. I like that idea. So yeah, the Dimetrodons are enjoying their exhibit. They come out for sunlight and then they go back inside and control this area. But again, because we do have, there we go, we have medium nests inside. I prefer the Dimetrodons to be inside there, but it doesn't seem like that's happening. So how are the juveniles doing? Let's see how they're doing. They're as cute as ever. As cute as ever, although I'm pretty sure the mother and the father should be nearby. We have Dimorphodons flying around. We've got Ornithomimus chilling here as well. And we've got the mini herbivore haven. Seems like they're enjoying their time here as well. I love how the Diplodocuses fit into this exhibit or this natural habitat really, really well. Is anybody enjoying this area? Nobody's really enjoying this area. That's completely fine. No need. We've got Chasmosaurus over here. It's the closest one. He's starting to explore outwards. And then Carnosaurus forming his own territory in this region as well. Looking fine and dandy. I love the look of it. Right, Ornithomimus now going into the watering hole. Is it he or she? It's a she. She is enjoying her time here. Hopefully more herbivores will start to make their way over here. I think I'll probably start placing a lot of herbivores in this region as well. Ignore the Velociraptors for the time being. They're not supposed to actually be out. So, what else we got? We got Gallimimus in the Spinosaurus exhibit. You're probably going to have to move relatively soon once we get that Spino going. Triceratops is still enjoying their time here in the springs. I like to call this the springs area. Look at it run. Ah, she's so cute. Catching up to her husband. Did he have to walk down the stream? I think they do, don't they? Yeah, it's too sharp there. So that's the only way in and out that area. Still, I love how you can just make stuff like this now. Just makes the game so much better. What else we got? We've got more Gallimimuses in the Gallimimus Valley. I think that's pretty much it. Oh no, we've got this area as well, which the sauropods are really taking a liking to. They're always on this path. They love it. What else? We've got Dimorphodon on the top. Yeah, this is the Diplodocus family. For some reason, absolutely love the runway. They don't seem to move. Oh, we did get baby Ankylosaurs, didn't we? Yeah. Here they are. Here are the baby Yankees. Oh, they're adorable. So this is kind of like the baby Yankee region. I think the only way for them to escape or leave is through here, but can they? That's the question. I don't think they can. I mean, they're forming territory outside of the fences, so I'm sure that they can leave somehow. I think. Might actually be worth... Hold on. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. And delete that. So now hopefully they'll be able to walk through here. Just a little bit easier for them to get to some water, because I can't imagine it's easy for these little babies to be walking around. Right, what else do we have going on? That was a cool shot. Hold on. Seeing a Pteranodon fly across. I think that's pretty much everything. Nobody's really using that medium nest over there. They're still enjoying the water stream. Again, I am going to have to reduce the population, which means we are going to have to put a ranger control unit here as well. I don't think anybody built an abandoned one, but we'll have a look on the wider workshop rather than one of the swerve tag, just to find out. But I think for now, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to check out. The Dimorphodons. Loving this area, also hanging out on the waterfall, which I appreciate. Why are you in the water? You don't need to do all that. Come on now. Yeah, I like how they're hanging out with the waterfall, although they all seem to be in the water for some strange reason. And when I look at the rest of the area, it's all coming together really, really nicely. Right, I think it's time to jump into our speed build because I've been chatting away for nearly 10 minutes now. So we are going to speed build this swamp, and we are going to speed build this area, and this is going to be a slight abandoned area as well. I think I need a Hyperloop, a Ranger team, a hatchery. What else do I need? Maybe a maintenance vehicle, maybe. I think I'll leave that to you guys to build. But we'll see, because I was just thinking if we do get tornadoes through here while Site B is happening, they're going to destroy the buildings, which is going to be a pain in the ass because then we can't really fix them. We've got nowhere to place anything. So, yeah, I'm going to keep that in mind. And, yeah, I think it's time to get into our speed build. Let's go. Okay, well, there we go. I realized that my microphone halfway through the video was recording the wrong microphone for some reason, but hopefully I've sorted it out now. But yes, we just did our speed build for today's video, and we did the swampy area here. We did the beachy area, and we built another facility. I think this is going to be our third and final facility, unless I come up with something crazy over here. But we built this because we kind of had to, okay? We kind of had to, because, you know, we need to release some dinosaurs, okay? We need to be able to release them and whatnot. I do need to release a Thanatos Draken, or at least 2 of them, into the wild soon. So we do need to connect something later on for the Avery, but I presume it's going to be relatively easy. I do want them preferably hanging out here, so I'll probably just build something temporary in the next episode. Hopefully the next episode will be the one where we go ahead and build on top of the massive mountain here. I just realized that there's a lot of greenery here, so I do kind of want to just cover this in greenery, please, rather than rocks. Please, more greenery. Oh no. It's not going to post much. Okay, that's alright. We'll take it as it is. We can fix that later. So yeah, we built a nice facility here. And I tried to put a nest in there, tried to make it look a little bit realistic. And I believe if we go first person, it should be our best view. There we go. So, this is an abandoned tunnel, but we will keep this as more like, what am I thinking of? Security bunker, that's the one. But here is the monorail station, or the Hyperloop, and they'll come through here. Then they'll be able to walk in here. We have the InGen facility, which I need to brand it as InGen, so let's get rid of that. Thank you very much. And I think I have some InGen signs. I do have an InGen sign. Let's quickly place that on. There we go, branded with InGen. Okay, and of course I do need to put a little, let's put a path there. It's a lot easier to just do a path like that. There we go, and we have a path there as well. I didn't want to get rid of that tree though. That tree there was really cool. There we go. Okay, let's go back to first person. Here we are. Okay, so yeah, this area is more like built into the rocks, as you can see. I didn't plan to do that, but then I realized I've got cars here, and if I want to drive the cars, then I'm going to need some space. I think I have a third one, do I? No, I only have 2. Yeah, I'm going to need some space, so I decided to go with something like this underneath a rock area, because we are going to have to use them eventually off screen, so I thought I might as well try and make them look nice. Also, I did cover up the helicopter quite a lot, so you can't really see the helicopter, which is good. Because again, why would there be a helicopter on an island like this? But yeah, this was the facility. You can see it's worn with the paths. We also have the maintenance facility over there, because eventually if things do break, we are going to have to fix them. Then we have the hatchery here as well. I went with the Site C hatchery instead, because it adds more lore and canon to the franchise. This guy did a great job on this. Even the door looks very Biosyn-y though, but it still looks good nonetheless. I also had some struggle because obviously the terrain for it wasn't matching, because this area isn't like, you can see it's very little bit hilly. So some things were floating, just like those things there. Oh god. So I had to try and fix them, and I fixed them by placing some rocks on the terrain, so it looks a little bit more natural, like the paths were carved into the rocks. It just gives that feel just a little bit more. We've also got a nest here. Well, this was part of the nest initially, but then it kind of did not become part of the nest because the nest was being very adamant of not wanting to move, so I had to move it elsewhere. And I thought, where better else than here? Right here. It's a small nest because I want to populate this area with compies, and of course this is Eric Kirby's hidden area from Jurassic Park 3, and he had to hide from the compies, so I think this is a perfect area. So yeah, essentially they drive out here and then they drive through the facility, through the fence. There should really be a fence here, but I haven't really figured out how to make it look natural. But yes, there would be a gate here or something. And then they'd follow the path along, which is now broken down. The rain is setting the feel much better. And then they drive here. Now there's suddenly water here, so they drive here, continue driving, blah, blah, blah. There's water now because of the rain that's been able to fall because of the tracks that they've been driving on. And then I think, where am I? Here. Then you'd follow the track, you keep following the track along, driving along, yada yada yada. Eventually we'd come to... Damn, we can't get through. Eventually we would come through here, and we'll get to the watering hole. Now that would explain, because I saw, I think, one person comment saying, why are there just random boats? Why there's a random boat thing here? How do they get there? That's how. They would drive there. So they drive from this facility to get to the boat outlook to check out the aquatic dinosaurs and the other dinosaurs chilling. And by the way, the dinosaurs are starting to move over here, even Velociraptor. Oh no. That's not good. That is not good. We'll get rid of those Velociraptors soon, don't worry. We can now, which is good. Yeah, so I thought that looked really cool. And everything is kind of starting to get populated and look really nice, blending in really nicely as well. And yeah, so we also did the beach area, which again looks really nice. So we go first person. I didn't want the beach area to be too beachy, but also I didn't want it to be too dense of a jungle, because obviously it's a beach. So I decided to go with this, and then obviously I have a beach area where they can drink as well. And I added a bit more rock to make it look a little bit more natural, like it's blending in, which again looks really cool. And then here we've also played around with the swamp area a little bit, hoping the Baryonyx to stay in this area, because it was a pain in the ass basically to try and get only 2 streams of water, because it just didn't look nice. As I think it was like 4 at one point, and it just didn't look nice. So I tried my best to try and move it around just to make it look a little bit nicer, and I managed to do that. Again, played around with the terrain, because the terrain was very jumpy and horrible, so I played around with the rocks to make it blend and look a little bit more seamless. I believe I also added a lot of swampy areas here as well. I blended it into this region just a little bit more, because this is kind of where the swamp starts, I guess. This is the very first area we built on, by the way. Didn't think any dinosaurs would come here, so... And we were right, there are no dinosaurs here. There were in the start of the video, but not now. Now here, I don't really know what to do. I do want this to be some kind of kingdom or nest or something or other. I don't like the waterfall system here, so I'll get rid of it now, actually, because there's no point in keeping something I don't like. So we'll go ahead and get rid of it. But yeah, maybe I do another arc and a cove here. I just don't know what else I want to do, because we have a flying reptile nest, but I also want to put down another nest in here. Oh man, there's so much I want to do that I just can't do. But yeah, let's dot this area with a tiny bit of rock, as if they were like walking down in this region, because then eventually you get to the cave, and I think that makes sense why there's not enough foliage down in this region, because there's rock here instead. Yeah, and it's all looking nice, fine, dandy. The rain is making the rocks look wet. It just, everything is standing out and looking really good. This area, it's a bit too open. Bit too open for my liking. But I also kind of like that, because not everywhere is going to have trees, you know? There's a bit too many trees dotted around the place. So I think I'm going to leave this area open. I may even, where are the herbivores? Yeah, there's no dinosaurs crossing through here, because they don't really have any point. So I might even just put some herbivorous leaves or something, so that the herbivores can start moving here. And they might even start to migrate through here a bit more often. Let's do that now. Hello. Let's do that now. So we want some ground fiber. Let's dot some ground fiber around the place, like so. And we also want some ground leaf. And we'll place a lot of ground leaf around the water edge, because that's kind of like where it would grow. And now it's open, but it's also not too open. Let's try and encourage some larger herbivores to come this way as well. There we go. And hopefully that should be more than enough. Hey, Dimetrodon, what you doing? Ooh, Diplodocus in the cave. That's new. Never seen a Diplodocus in here before. What else is in here? Triceratops. Oh, we've got 3 trikes in here. They're loving the cave. Oh, everyone's using the cave. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, so hopefully now that this doesn't look as barren anymore, and hopefully this region is mostly for the herbivores, so hopefully the herbivores will be able to chill and comfortably just eat and live in that area. I'm trying to think about the carnivores as well, because I want small carnivores like Velociraptor, Herrerasaurus, but I also want medium-sized like Metrocanthosaurus as well, Carnotaurus as well, and obviously T-Rex and Spinosaurus we need in this game. So those are the ultimate end goals, to try and find a working ecosystem. But overall, this is all looking fine and dandy. I'm very happy with how everything is laying out and starting to place out. And honestly, I think I'm really proud of this build. The more I build it, the more proud I get, because I didn't even anticipate to build somewhere like this. I did it nonetheless. And again, we can just go ahead and release any dinosaur that we want. Let's do additional bays, and let's do accelerated growth as well. Synthesize some dinosaurs. Yeah, deciding what dinosaurs I want is going to be a little bit tricky, especially since I do need to think about the carnivores. Also, Coelophysis would be nice as well. We've got info. Does it say what cover, pasture, water, meat, population, male, female, juvenile, stamina, resilience, appetite, first, lifespan, area needed low, area need growth, 14%, biography. It doesn't say what type of nest it needs. So, yeah, I was hoping it would say, but unfortunately it doesn't. For now, I don't think I'm going to release any dinosaurs in this episode just because of the last episode and how manic and crazy it was. I need to figure out how to make this ecosystem work and thrive so that it doesn't crash. Of course, I do want Baryonyx in this region, so what I am going to do, just for the sake of this video, is that I'm going to go ahead and save it, and then we'll go ahead and release some Baryonyxes, just because, of course, you know, you come here for dinosaurs, right? So you want to see the dinosaurs. So we'll go ahead and do some random, and we'll do some more random, see what we get. Save and exit, begin task, and we get Chaos Skin. Oh, I like the look of that one. And, oh, I like the look of that one. So we'll begin incubation, and we'll release them via aircraft into their new area. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. There we go. So now we just have to wait for the Baryonyxes to come into their natural habitat, and let's see if they like them. We're basically feeding them an Ornithomimus. Sorry, Ornithomimus, you're going to die soon. Okay, we have our very first Baryonyx landed into the area.
Baryonyx is
yes,
well
Louise, please stop interrupting me.
Just because an animal is adaptable doesn't make it invincible. Even this dinosaur needs a carefully planned environment. So, make sure we give it an enclosure it can thrive in.
Yes, I'm not too sure about enclosure, but I have a habitat it can thrive in. We're waiting for the second and third one now to be released. So far, so good. Is he enjoying it? He's got the comfort, he's got the health, it's completely fine. Again, everything is turned off, obviously, so it's not a big deal. He's going to like it anyways. Yeah, everything's looking good. Can't breed, no eligible partners, no it needs a large nest? No, I didn't know Baryonyx needed large. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, so we have to think where I want to place a large nest in this region. Probably here. I might actually... Where's the little random water source? Just here. I think I might get rid of this and just place a large nest instead. Actually, no, I like the idea of... Hold on, let me go first person, see if it's as nice as I'm thinking. Kind of, I guess. I like the idea of it just being like a secluded water source area. Which means I might put a large nest somewhere here. How big is the large nest? Large nesting area. Oh, we can place something there. Completely fine. No need to worry whatsoever. Yeah, here are the Baryonyxes. This guy looks really cool. Look at him. He looks fantastic. Kind of like an albino acoustic style from Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2. And number 3, also in the swamp. This guy has one of the best looking skins. Look at that. That's amazing. Wow. So yeah, this is the Baryonyx in his natural habitat. Enjoying its time. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, so that is where I'm actually going to end off today's episode. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed, obviously go ahead and leave a like and be sure you are subscribed for more Jurassic World Evolution 3 content here on YouTube. You can also purchase your copy of Jurassic World Evolution 3 via the link in the description, and when you do, it works like a creator code. So at no extra cost to you guys, I also do take a small portion of what you pay. But if you're going to buy the game anyways, you might as well help and support someone out, right? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.